Welcome into Hawk Talk, ladies and gentlemen, alongside Jack Keffer. I'm Gabe Sustick. Hyannis had to swallow another tough loss tonight, losing in extra innings, 1-0 to the Harwich Mariners, and are now 0-7 on the season, Jack. All was not lost, though, as there was a stellar performance today in his second appearance against the very same team in Max Soroller.
Yeah, Max Soroller, 5 strong innings, only gave up 6 hits, worked himself out of a 2-on and no outs loaded jam and did really well. Struck out, I believe it was 6, and his curveball was fantastic. That was his go-to pitch throughout the night. The location was on point in every sense. But also, you got to talk about the bullpen and how strongly they pitched as well. Alpesto had 2 innings of good, solid baseball, and as did Tyler Stevens, who came in. And even though he gave up that game-winning hit, Stevens looked great on the mound. And throughout the whole game, just pitching was a strong point tonight for Hyannis.
Hitting, while they weren't able to do much of it, Rutherford was able to get a couple of good hits in there to try and help Hyannis get the lead, although he's never able to do. He is still doing very well up here on the Cape.
Yeah, Zach Rutherford remains to be the go-to guy for Hyannis. With 1 out, you feel the crowd kind of getting depleted and no hope, all hope being lost. And Zach Rutherford just crushing a double. It was about a foot away from being a home run to just tie the game with 1 swing. And Zach Rutherford continuing to be that go-to guy for Hyannis, and hopefully he can get it done tomorrow against Wareham.
On the same side of the infield, Jordan Rodgers, who has been playing third base for a couple of games, has also done some great hitting as well, and he caught up with our Nicole Hansen after the game.
Well, you're here with our Hawk Talk player of the game, Jordan Rodgers. Now, being a temp on this team, what's the kind of environment getting to get out there and having to prove yourself and getting out there and making those plays and getting those hits?
Right. Well, being a temp is, it is what it is, but being a junior going into my senior year, it's kind of normal. So I don't really look at it that way, but I'm glad to be able to come out here and try to help the team win.
And now looking at the game today, is there anything that's allowing you to getting this good start that you've had out for this team? You've been doing well, you've been playing well. Is there anything that's really helped you get that good start when some people may struggle at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think just being older and coming from a good league in the SEC and playing at Tennessee and getting a lot of ABs and just, having a lot of experience and being around Coach Polk and the guys makes it pretty easy. So I'm just seeing it well right now.
And now what's like with the level of comfort being able to play out in the field and playing out at your position and being out there involved?
Right, yeah. I mean, like I said, 200 plus ABs in college this year and coming, a couple weeks off and then coming straight out here. It's just jumping right back into the swing of things. And the wood bat's the biggest adjustment. There's obviously good pitching, but it's just fun being able to come out here and compete for the team.
Lastly, looking for that win. A really, really rough game tonight. We all saw it. What's the one thing this team needs to do to get that big win tomorrow or the next day or the next day?
Right. We threw a lot of strikes today, so I guess it's just get the big hit. We had several hits again today, like we have every single game. It's just about getting the timely hit. And, I think once we get one, it'll get rolling. But until then, it's going to be we got to do something to win a game. So.
All right, thanks so much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nicole. Now, Jack, even though it was a 1-0 loss for Hyannis, the better part of Harwich showed up today, and it was the pitching on the mound.
Yeah, Hunter Williams, 5 strong innings. Cade 6 as well, was humming about 94 to 95 miles an hour. And Harwich, arguably the best pitching in the league, a 2.17 team ERA. And, Hyannis, they weren't able to get a ton of hits going, but when there were opportunities, they looked threatening. They only had about 5 hits tonight. And they kept fighting, however, a lot of extra base hits. We saw Trey Truitt with the double, Zach Rutherford with 2. Also, Rodgers hit a double as well. And just some good things looking forward against a very tough pitching team.
Along with that, on the same side for Hyannis, defensively, they looked stellar today. Great plays by everyone. Carl Sadjor first. The diving catch by Trey Truitt in the outfield as well. A lot of great plays today. Defensively, they're looking a lot better.
Yeah, and only 1 error today off Zach Rutherford, who just missed the target in Stadjuar. And Stadjuar looked really good at first base in his first appearance. And from a defensive standpoint, you're exactly right. They looked great. And defense has been a struggle over the last few games, but now settling in here on the Cape League. And it seems like fielding will be all right for this Harbor Hawks team, as Cameron Este, remember, Este with a huge gun out in the bottom half of the 9th inning, gunning down a runner rounding third base. So I think the outfield looked great, the infield as well with, routine plays. Proctor made some nice grabs as well. So Hyannis on the defensive end looked a lot better tonight as well.
Now, Jack, it's time for our trivia question of the night. You got the first one right last time, but let's see how you go here. Question is, what is the 2001 film that depicts the Cape Cod Baseball League in that time?
It's the summer catch film, correct?
All right. Well, looks like he's 2 for 2 so far, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if he can continue on as the questions will get harder.
I actually watched that film in preparation for this season because I knew it was a must. Main actor was absolutely fantastic in there. Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. Wow, what a
that should have been the question too.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for us. Hyannis will have a chance tomorrow playing the Wareham game in the first time they will play them all season. A 2 p.m. start as Wareham will be arriving on train. So we hope you can join us then. For Jack Keffer, I'm Gabe Sustick. Good night.